I'm Site Skills with Scott, and in today's episode we're going to be doing this saw pipe boxing right here. Let's get into it. For our saw pipe boxing, the first thing we need to do is establish how big we're going to build the boxing. In most cases, these boxings do need to be pretty tight to the pipe. Not ridiculously tight, but they do need to be quite close to it. In some cases, if this pipe is inside the corner of the kitchen, there might be a definitive measurement to the edge of it. So always check on the drawing where the pipe is and if there is a definitive measurement to the edge of it. If you build it too big, it could affect the kitchen once it gets fitted later on. So with this, we're going to then carp a laser line up the side. If you don't have a laser, you can use a level. And then we're going to then put damp down the wall, tack one stud to one side, one stud to the other, and then from there we can then start screwing the box in. So let's start cutting some studs. So I've put my first laser line up the side of the pipe. So I've gone to this point just up here. This is the furthest point that is sticking out. Now something to be aware of is that although you think, oh, you can build the pipe quite close to the bottom, when you get near the top, sometimes the pipe has a bit of a bend in it because it's going around the joist. So just be careful and mindful that to look up the top as to where your laser line or level line is going to be. As I've had it where I've set the bottom up, got it nice and tight, and then realised that the top is actually hanging out further. So I've allowed for this, it's just skimming the top of the pipe, and there's a little bit more gap down the bottom. So then tack some damp up the wall, and then get the studs fixed in place. That's one leg fitted. Now we're going to repeat the process on this wall as well. So what I was doing was I was getting my laser, and I can see it's just touching on the side of this pipe here, but that's the actual rock wall that's been put around it. I can move that over a little bit. There, and then we're looking up. Yeah, we've got tons of room at the top, so our furthest point out is going to be this point at the bottom, which I think is acceptable. So we're going to build, tack that there. With the second upright fitted, we now need to square off the bottom and work out how square and how big our boxing is going to be from these 2 points. You'll want to use some form of big square. One of these 300 rafter squares is perfect for this. You're going to sit this on the block, and then with that in place, you can get your laser, and we're looking to shine the laser from the stud all the way down the side of this square. Then once we get that in place, we want to slide it along so that then the second line is then hitting our other upright. Then we know that this boxing is then going to be square. You can also check it by going off the other wall too. So that's showing pretty good there. Come around a little bit. Now this block is actually probably better to level off of because, or square off of, sorry, because it is a larger block. Bring that round. That was this side when we squared it. It was kicking out by this one. So it is a game of splitting the difference sometimes. Right. Now it's important that we don't kick the laser, because if we kick it, it's then going to move, and then I've done that before, kicked my foot and realised I'm then building the boxing out square. Now from this point I can show you a little cool trick, especially using the laser, to make sure your boxing is nice and level and upright. Now using a small offcut of timber that's going to be the same size as the bit of wood going in the corner, so this bit here, we're going to put our corner in this way round. What I then do, which is why the laser is really handy, is if this corner piece of timber is going in this way, I'll hold this on the side and then measure to my laser line. So we've got 195. So I'll just write that measurement down the bottom. And then holding the stud the same way, I'm going to do it in the middle, so 200. And then again, near the top, 205. We could do the same process on this stud as well. So bear in mind we were going on end this way, so we're going to hold this side then flat. Start at the top this time. Then we've got 205. In the middle, we've got 205 again. Go down here a little bit lower. That's where the other one was. 205. And at the bottom, 205. So we can now cut all 6 of these noggins, pre-nail them in the right place, and then we can just put this corner stud in and nail it at all the 6 points, and that will then be perfectly upright and square. I'm now going to fix all 6 of those little nogs that we've just cut into place. I'm going to gun them in using 90mm gun nails. Just be careful using these because 90s do tend to bend out the side of the timber sometimes, so just mind your fingers. The last step before we put this corner piece in is we're just going to plug and screw the walls back. I use 4-inch screws with red plugs, and I'm just going to go through the SDS, screwing and plugging that, because otherwise you can't get in there once the corner piece is in. Now with the wall screwed back, we can get this final stud in the corner and get it all nailed together. Now that corner's all nailed in place. I've just reset the laser up to this edge so you can see how level it is. So that laser line is just touching the side of that stud the whole way up. And then the same on this side. We'll get the laser so it's just breaking down the edge. As you can see, same thing, the laser is breaking all the way down that side. So both sides are perfectly level. And because we squared it at the bottom, that will transfer up. Final job we need to do is we just need to put some additional timbers in the top, because when they come to tack the ceiling, there's not going to be any pickups here. So let's get up there and cut some timber. We're going to run a noggin across here and one going across here. Now the issue we've got is where this pipe has dropped down low in this bottom section of the joist, we're going to have to do a notch around this nog to prevent it from pushing on the pipe. So we'll probably go about 30mm by about 120. So we'll do a 30mm by 120 notch, and the nog is 545. Now this is when you want to be really careful with 90mm nails, as you don't want to put a 90mm nail through a pipe, as the plumber will not be best pleased with you. That way. And this one's going to be nailed on this side over here. And then we'll then cut another one going from here to this nog. Created. So that was my process on how I build a saw pipe box in. I have actually got to do 2 more box-ins, so I'll just do some footage of me building those so you can see my process. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been Site Skills with Scott. Enjoy the rest of the video. So I hope you've enjoyed this, hope you've learned something as well. I've been Site Skills with Scott. I'll see you again in another one.